Hi, I'm Augrey and welcome back to Join Knits. Today I have a podcast episode for you and I'm just going to talk about all my knitting. So grab a cup of coffee or whatever you please to drink and some of your knitting or anything crafty and let's get on to it. Okay, let's get on to it. So today I am wearing my finished object, my Thea top by Susanne Muller. It's not exactly what the pattern is. I modified it because my gauge was pretty chunky because I used the I Love This Cotton from Hobby Lobby in the color Pewter. And it's, here, I'll stand up a bit for you. So it's tight fitting. I basically just modified the pattern because I looked at all of the stitch counts and modified it to an extra small, basically. If you're wanting any more of my details, go visit my Ravelry page. Okay, my next finished object is a cute little baby bear bonnet. This is the baby bear bonnet pattern by Knitting for Olive or Pernille Larsen. I had to remember that. I haven't washed it or blocked it, so it's a little crinkly at the moment. But it is in the size 4 to 6 months, I believe. It is in the Baby Bee Sweet Delight in the color chocolate from Hobby Lobby on 3mm needles. It was a pain in the ass to make, actually. I don't know if I'm going to go back to this pattern right away. I'll wait until another baby in my life comes around. One of my friends is having a baby. But yeah, so cute. It took me a little bit to make. Not even. I think I made it mostly in one night. And then I just procrastinated the I-cord edging and the ears. So yeah, it took a little bit just for that fact, for the finishing touches. But yeah, a little baby bear bonnet. Very cute. It's part of a little baby gift set, and I'll put a photo of what they all look like together. So yeah, I'm excited. My next finished object is another garment, and this is about 3 months in the making. I think I might go back and do the sleeves, like extend them, but I'm not sure because right now I don't have the need to wear it. But it is my porcelain sweater. So this is by Knit. I knit it in the extra small size. It is in the Luxe Merino by Loops and Threads in the color Stormy for the dark and then Raindrops for the accent. But yeah, I'll just give you a quick little look. But yeah, the sleeves, I had trouble with just the lengthwise. So you see here, sorry, I have Max, my kitten, in the other room. And he's not liking that I'm out here. So yeah, you see the sleeve, I did like an inch of the the regular color before I did the ribs. And I did like 3 inches of the ribbing. And I should have looked at Instagram photos before I did the ribbing because they have like 2-3 inches before they start the ribbing. And this is like bracelet length for me, not even. I had to stretch this out when I blocked it. I'll show a photo of what it looks like and do a little B-roll. But yeah, I started doing continental knitting in my left hand because I'm an English thrower for the color work. So that was actually really cool, and I've kind of adapted to just knitting continental with some of my projects now. And it's a lot easier on my hands and on my wrists, and it's really fun to work with. But yeah, so the front part, let me go back. This is a drop shoulder construction, so we started on the back, knitted flat, and then picked up the shoulders and then did the front. And so this first color work section is in back and forth or in flat knitting, and I can definitely see the tension difference when I'm wearing it, because then you get to the middle leaf one and that tension looks beautiful. The rest of my tension on all of this looks absolutely amazing, so that's okay. But yeah, I really like it. It was on 3.75 millimeter and 4 millimeter needles for the color work. Double folded collar, ribbing, very nice. So yeah, that is all of my finished objects for this past 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks. I know I normally do like month by month. So I first started in March and then I did April 2 weeks ago. But now I had these 3 finished objects and I'm like, you know what? I've made a lot of progress on all my whips. Started a new project. Let's just go ahead and do a podcast. So yeah, welcome along. And if you like what you're seeing, or if you just want to hang out, give a like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Okay, so now on to whips. I have like 5. That's kind of normal for me just because I like having something different to work on. Having just one monogamous project isn't really my forte, really. Unless it's, like, I'll work on a project monogamously if I need it to get done, but there's probably other projects going on in my life. But this first one is the Holger sweater by Petite Knit in the size 1 to 2 years, but my gauge is getting me the 2 to 3 years, which is fine with me. I wanted something a little bit more bigger. But yeah, this is it so far. It is in, one second, yarn drop. It is in the Knit and Crochet Essential Wool, which is, I forgot to mention last podcast, is that this is super wash wool. It's not like rustic or anything. It is super soft and it's going to be washable. Perfect for a little baby. So this is the color Pale Gray. Ooh, we got a little hair on it. Don't mind that. This is the color Pale Gray. And the other color is Waterfall. It's this really beautiful teal color. I don't know which baby is gonna get this. I have a couple of friends who just got married and might be having kids in the next couple of years. And also, just having a baby project on the go is so nice because it's so tiny that it can fly off the needles. So I haven't made much progress. I think the last time we talked, I was on this gray row here, or this teal row, I think. And I've only done 3 rows in the past 2 weeks, which is totally fine with me, because I'm in no rush to make this. So what I'm thinking, so of course the body's going to be in these stripes, and then the sleeves are going to be in the Waterfall color because I only had 3 balls, and this is in all the teal color, that's 1 ball, so I can get good ways with it. But I'm going to do the sleeves in the teal color, and then all of the ribbing, the neckline, the hem is going to be in the pale gray, just because I have plenty of that yarn. I kind of went crazy at Joann's because they're having a little out of business sale. Very much rip Joann's. I like Joann's like more than I like Michael's, just because Michael's, their fabric section isn't the best. You get all of the like super dense cotton prints. Excuse the car out there interrupting me. How rude. So you don't get some of the like more, I wouldn't say luxury fabrics, but Joann's just had a better fabric section and better yarn section in my opinion. They didn't like fully rely on the acrylic portion of yarn. I liked their wool selection and just other selections in general. So yeah, that's my little Holger sweater. We'll see if I get any progress really before next podcast. But yeah, I'm gonna put a stitch marker actually to where we left off, and then we'll see if I made any progress. Okay, there we go. We got 1 little red stitch marker. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, I just realized I'm in the middle of the row of my next whip, but it is the Poceile cardigan by Augrey Borrego, something. but it is a pretty plain stockinette V-neck cardigan with lace details on the shoulders. I think this side is better to show. Here you go. Max is wanting out. He'll be out in a little bit, don't worry. But yeah, this is the lace detail. I'm almost at, oh, drop stitches. Oh, crap. I'm almost at the lace stopping point for the shoulders. Sorry, 1 second. Max is going crazy. This is Max. This is our little troublemaker who wanted out. Okay. Okay, sorry if the angle changed. I'm filming, I don't have a tripod, so I'm filming on Max's cat tree, and he got on it, shaked it, and my phone fell. So let's get back to our regular scheduled program. So, hi. You're just staring at me. So, back to what I was saying. Poceile cardigan. Lace details on the shoulder. I am loving it so far. It's on 3.5mm needles. It's, last time I saw you guys 2 weeks ago was where we were at on this blue stitch marker. This is mainly a project I bring to work. Sometimes when I don't have any other semi-mindless knits to work on. I really like it because the back portion is just stockinette. The front V-neck portions are just stockinette. It's really just the sleeves that have the detail. And so I think I'm like maybe 20-ish rows away from splitting for the sleeves. I'm doing size 3. And so then it's just back and forth cardigan knitting, but it's on 3.5mm needles, so it's not going to go too fast. But the yarn, Fire Truck Red. So we have soft silk mohair knitting for olive in the color Red Currant. Okay. And then our main color is this Shetland, Karen No Design Shetland wool. I can't remember what the color is, but it's red. I got it at my local yarn store, discounted. I think they were gonna stop shipping, supplying, stocking the yarn. My brain stopped working with this when I saw this in their yarn store. They had 12 skeins, 50-gram hanks, 50-gram hanks, and I bought all 12. Did I have an idea of what I wanted to knit with this when I got them? No. Did I just finish having a conversation with my mom the day before of, I don't get how people can buy yarn without a plan? I was a hypocrite with this. So, needless to say, I'm loving it. It's going to be probably the brightest thing I have in my closet. Hence my shirt today. I'm not a very bright colored person. Okay, sorry for all of the chaos. We should be fine now. He is getting a snack. Okay, so my next whip is my Sunflower Rises socks. Yes, they're in a Ziploc bag because what else? So, I'm almost done with them, actually. Hopefully by next podcast I'll be done with them. But this is what one finished sock looks like. It is the Sunflower Rises socks by Stone Knits, I believe. Cute little sunflower motif. I am obsessed with sunflowers, as we can see back here. I don't know why, don't know where this obsession came from, but just one day it happened. But yeah, I am on the gusset decreases right now of the sock, so it looks a little funky. But we got this going. This surprisingly went by so fast because I had just finished my porcelain sweater, and I'm like, oh, I'm dreading the color work part of this sock, which is the main part of it. let me just try doing continental. And it worked. And I flew past it. Like, in one night, I did the entire colorwork section minus one leaf. That's how much I flew past it. But yeah, I'm loving it. There's really nothing else to say. 2.25 millimeter needles. I did this last time. And then 2.5 millimeter needles for the color work. I've got little scraps of yarn actually for my stitch markers at the moment, because I forgot to bring stitch markers with me to work because I worked on this at work. And also the yarn is Cascade Heritage sock. I think it's 75% superwash, 25% nylon, or a 80-20. Can't remember, but it's just their sock base. In this beige, golden yellow, brown, and green. So not much to say. That'll be a finished object next month. Okay, my next work in progress is actually a very big project. It is my Dagmar jacket. Fibers everywhere. Dagmar jacket by Petite Knit. Guess what? I finished a sleeve. Yeah. It's been a whole thing with this. So actually, pink stitch marker is where we left off. I just have to do the neckline shaping and the other sleeve. This is in BC Garn Shetland wool in the color 01, or on Linda Hobby where I got it from. It's called Sheep White. But the armhole, I had to sew up a little bit just because the body was so slim fitting on me. I was very unhappy with a gigantic sleeve. And if I have a thing that's like chunky in here, like if I'm wearing my porcelain sweater, for example, and I put this on over as a jacket because it's a jacket. That's why I chose the yarn, so it's a bit more stiff and sturdy and warm. That way, it'll be fine. The sleeve will be fine. And since I modified it, I just did a straight sleeve. I didn't do any decreases, just straight. And yeah, it's going fine. Hopefully, this will at least get one more sleeve done, if not half of the sleeve, by next podcast. Okay, my next project is a garment. And it's actually a project vlog, which will be coming up whenever I finish this. I am self-drafting a summer weight v-neck, basically. Using my knowledge from the amount of garments and just knitting I've done in these past couple of years, I'm going to take my hand on designing my own sweater. So, this is what we got so far. It's in stockinette, so it's just all rolling up. But this is going to be a drop shoulder construction, and I did short rows. Okay, Max. I did short rows. And the yarn, I'm going to quickly do this because he likes to eat yarn. Especially the needles that I have this on, he is loving them. They're on 4mm needles, and it's stripes. So the purple yarn is the Cascade Heritage sock base. I know I kind of had a kick for it. Hair everywhere, mine and Max's. And then this was Emma's yarn, Drapey DK, in the color white. Yeah, they're just two random balls of yarn that I have. I have like 5 skeins of Cascade Heritage for Meredith pullover that I thought I was wanting to do. Sorry. For this swatch, I did it, and then in like the recommended needles, then I went up to a 4mm needle, did part of the sweater, and then I was like, this just isn't working out. Especially with holding 2 strands together with doing lace work, it just wasn't working. So Meredith pullover will be for a later date, but right now we're going to work on this. But yeah, project vlog will be coming whenever I'm done with this. Also, this is what my swatch looks like. So this is kind of how the stripes are gonna look. Knitting it up, the Drapey DK is the smallest bit lighter than the 2 Cascade Heritage held together, which is totally fine. It's still gonna work together. So yeah, I'm gonna see how it works, and we will see if it becomes a pattern or not, if it'll become an actual pattern or not, or if it'll just be a I knit this myself type of thing. Okay, last whip is a gift knit for my mom. So Sorella had a Wicked collection a couple weeks ago, or a couple months ago really, and my mom and I love musicals. We love seeing movies, and so Wicked, the movie, was just perfect for us. And the second part is coming out, and so I sent my mom a couple photos of some sock bases that I loved on Sorella's website, and she chose the pink goes good with green base with alphabet as the contrast color. So this is the sock I'm making her. It's a rib sock. This pink goes good with green color. I'm in love. I'm not a pink person, but I love it because it's this light pink with like little speckles of black, green, yellow, and then the alphabet base is just this green base here. Here, I'll show you a better. So here's the alphabet base. And I can love that you can tell with this color that it's hand dyed because it's light variegated. Not variegated, but it's a tonal. So it's very pretty. And then I'm working on the second sock, but this is the pink goes good with green and a cake. I'll put a photo before I wound them up. But yeah, it's going by very fast. I knit this in one day. I knit this yesterday. Since I'm night shift, I stay up later, and so I started this at like 1 a.m. Monday night. Max is funny. So I started this at 1 a.m. on Monday night with the cuff, and then I got all the way done with the cuff and all the way done with the heel flap, and it was then like 3 a.m. I was like, there's no way. I'm already halfway done with it. And then yesterday during the day when I woke up, finished the sock. One day. And I chose, so it's her DK nylon sock base is what the yarn is for Sorella's. And so with this being a DK weight, I'm on 3.25 millimeter needles, and I'm flying by with it. Literally flying by. So I started this yesterday, but I am absolutely loving it. There's really nothing else to say. I'm loving it more because of the speckles with the yarn, because I'll just keep going and I'm like, ooh, I can't wait to see how this is going to be knitted up because of the speckles. And what are they going to do? What are they going to look like? Like, here's a perfect little example of one. Oh. Like, that is just gorgeous. It's so cute and it's so fun. I'm loving it so far. But that also segues me into my acquisitions, because I got these a couple weeks ago and they were pre-orders. And so I got my mom one, and she actually chose the colors I wanted, so I wanted that sock. But then I was like, you know what, I'll go for something a little bit more funky. So this is the Dancing Through Life collection with Fierro, I think, as the dark blue. It is gorgeous. I love it. It's a 75-25% superwash merino and nylon base. I'm loving it. I can't wait to see how this one works up. I think I want to do something textured, but at the same time, like just do a vanilla sock to showcase the yarn, but we will see. But also, since I already got one sock of my mom's done, it barely used up any yarn. I'm not going to have enough of the alphabet to make a second pair of socks. I might do like some rows in the cuff or something, but if I have enough, but I have enough of that pink yarn, I'm going to make my mom a second pair, and she thinks I'm only making her the one, so it'll be a surprise. So yeah, there's that, yep. Dancing Through Life. It says pink, blue, dark blue, purple. It's very pretty. Like I said, I'm more of a neutral person, so having these colorful socks is so fun. But yeah, that's actually it for me today. Sorry for the chaotic video, little Max. It's just chaotic, as usual, as kittens are, which is fine, but we worked with it. So now I'm gonna go on, finish my socks, chill, edit, and I will see you guys next time. Let me know what you're knitting on, and again, if you like this video, like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.